Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do a remake. So back, I think a couple videos back, I had made this gorgeous little flower box. And I took it out. It was almost 13 hours. It was still bendy, but it was, ready to be demolded. So I left it on my desk to finish curing before I put the cover on it. So I came down like 2 hours later, and this is what my box now looked like. I've never had this happen to me. It blew my mind. So I've already painted the box, so we're just gonna pour it. I did it off camera because, you guys know how to paint molds. So yeah, so we are going to attempt to remake the bottom to this box. Even though this has like a few little bubbles underneath, it's still really, really cute. But what I just am now noticing that this also sank. So we might just, I might just wait and pour this off camera so that I can redo this top piece. Because now I'm thinking it's not gonna fit because I'm not gonna have that lip. So yeah, I'll do this piece off camera and then I'll pour this and then we'll demold it when I demold today's project. So also I wanted to let you guys know, remember I did this, I think in the previous video, and I could not get the wheels. Everything else, this is the mix to mold, everything else came out perfect. So I re-poured another one off camera and I almost got a full wheel, almost. So I'm like, okay, what in the crap? How am I going to do this? So this is the mold, okay? So it's a 2-piece mold. So when I did it the second time, I had the elastics and stuff around it. And when I started to filling it, I'm like, okay, so those wheels kind of go up in this way. So I kind of was doing one of these numbers, but I didn't turn it and do the same thing. So I'm like, what in hell's creation? How am I going to get this to work? So I said, well, I'm going to pour them in 2 pieces and then I'll glue them together because I'm not going to let this little tiny mold get the best of me. So I came down this morning. I had to paint up a sign for my husband. So while in between letting the layers dry, I'm like, all right, I'm going to pour this. So what I did is I poured individually until it started coming into this little point here. And then I took my little pokey tool thing and I made sure that, the inside of the tires, I don't know if you can see how it kind of goes down in. So I made sure that it was pretty close to being filled. This was filled. So I was like, okay. And then I did a tap. And so I pushed it aside and I let that get like 45 minutes in. So it was hard, but, not ready to demold. So then what I did is I put it together because now this and this was flat, right? It was smooth because it was just the mix to mold. So I put it together. I put the bands on it and then I poured it. I filled it. I, did all that. And ta-da! It worked. So I didn't have to glue it together. So my tires on each side came out phenomenal. The only thing, and this happened on all 3 of my pieces, this piece here is missing. So I'm thinking it might be a flaw in the mold. So on the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how I did this, and we're going to do it again. And because I want to try some of my new colors for my mix to mold. So I have a bright red, I have a regular red, and I have a black now. And I need a couple of like jars for my desk to keep my my silicone tools and stuff close. So I've got a few, I only have 2, and I don't have any smooth jars, which really stink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this one, but I'm also only going to pour the butterfly in this mold, in the mixed mold, and we'll see if it comes out. So that's going to be on the next video, and we're going to do something else too. But so we're going to be going back to doing a mix to mold, and I'm going to pour one of these with the mix to mold. So yeah. Okay, so now we got all that crap out. Oh, and before we get on, I did pour this little guy, and he came out so cute. So I painted him up last night. The only thing is he's got a bubble under his nose. So he's got sniffles. He's got a cold. And you saw me on the last video, you saw I struggled. Well, I finally have a perfect set of Ghost. And I am not painting the leash. I put the eyes. This is all I'm doing to them. They are pristine. So yeah, I wanted to show you. I was not going to stop until I got a perfect set. So I did that. And then I had a little bit of the mixed mold left. So I was like, oh, I wonder if I could pour one without the dog. So I did. I tilted the mold, and the little part that went into, like, starting to go into where the little dog is, I just sanded it. And I think what I'm going to maybe do on this one is I'm going to put it so it's like a train of flowers. I'll put some little flowers on it or something right here. So yeah, I just wanted to see if I could do it without doing the dog. And she came out beautiful as well. So yeah, stay tuned for photos from that coming up. Okay, on with today's project. So this is the last of the 3 molds that I had got. So we're going to pour this. I'm going to pour the base just because we have this little spot. But I also got 2 of these stand molds. And I have been down here for like an hour looking to see what do I have that is small enough that I could hang. And I couldn't come up with anything. So we're going to pour one of these today so we can put it together. And I don't know, we'll see if we can. I do have this star, so I'll take this out and we can pour this, because if this doesn't fit, I know this will probably fit. So I'm just going to do the one side. So I don't know what we're going to, I'll probably just, I don't know, put some sparkle, some glitter or something in here. So yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today. And I'm contemplating brushing this piece with the interference powders. But where it's a bat, I'm like, I don't know. You know, when you have you ever had when you have so many ideas in your head that you don't know what to do? That is where I have been at, like, all weekend. I have all these ideas, and then I get down here, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So if you guys have some ideas, please let me know. You know, I'm trying to stay with the Halloween theme, but I'm like, you know, I'm starting to run out of ideas, and I'm probably gonna do maybe some fall ones just to change it up for a little bit and then go back. So I don't even know how much all this takes for resin, but I'll worry about it when we get there. So I am gonna go ahead, and I was kind of hoping, this has stars in it and this has stars in it. So maybe I'll stick with my original plan on this one, and I will do the interference powders on this one. So let me give it a thought for a minute. I'll put you on a pause, and I will come back with a plan to get these done. Okay, so what I'm gonna, took out the silver interference mica powder and the blue. I'm gonna do the star and the stars in here with the silver, and then I'm gonna do the rest in blue. And for this, I am going to use the Let's Resin chrome markers, and we're just gonna color the stars, and I'm probably gonna use the gold on the moons and maybe on the crystal, because I don't even know why they put the crystal there. I hate it. I wish there was an option where you could like have an inlay to lay these pieces, or you could pour it plain, because then I don't know, I think you could do more with it. So this is the thick tip marker. So I'm gonna start with this and see how it goes. I just opened this one. I have not used this one yet. So and then we can always do like we've done before, fill it in with like a UV glitter or something. This one is definitely wanting to pull up. I don't know why. I haven't had that problem with the other ones. I mean, it seems to be drying okay. I just figured if I used a bigger tip, it wouldn't take me as long. So I might have to do a second. If I do a second coat, I won't do it on camera, guys. I won't bore you to death with that. So we are getting closer, guys, to 2,000 subscribers for another giveaway. I love doing giveaways. All right, I'm gonna try this marker and see if this works. I don't know, maybe it's just this mold. All right, let me, I'm just gonna, maybe, I don't know, try wiping a couple with alcohol and see if maybe it helps. I don't know. I've never had something pull up like this. Not really. Oh, well. We're just going to get them. We'll go through, and while my resin is debubbling, I can do a second layer just to be on the safe side. You know, it almost seems like some work and some don't. All right. Oh, of course I had to do one little oopsie, but we can clean that up. Not a big deal. So yeah, we'll see how much I screw up today, guys. Oh my word, the last few have been horrid. It's almost like when you have a bad video, I don't know if it's a mindset or what, but then it seems like it just wants to continue. And that's kind of how it's been. Oh my. All right, so I think I got all the stars. Yeah, the second layer is definitely staying better. All right, let me get the gold one. And we're gonna do the moons in gold. So I might have just been better off doing the mica powder and alcohol trick. All right, so we got those, and let's just get this little bugger done. All right, so move that out of the way. All right. So let me do the silver. And the only one that I've used out of these is the green. Oh, and you know what else I did when I was painting my bullfrog? It broke all his toes off. Yeah. Oh, I guess I did use the blue ones. This one's open. All right, so I'm going to use a bigger brush for this, but I am going to move this up and out of my way for right now because I don't want to get powder in there, and you guys know I will. All right, so let's get this, and this should go fairly quick because it's just just basically covering the mold. No, nothing special. Don't have to worry about cleanup and all that, which is my kind of mica job. Yeah. Oh, and I want to thank everybody for the anniversary wishes. My husband and I both appreciate it. We had a nice dinner. We didn't do anything. We just went to dinner. Nothing special. But it was nice. We got to the restaurant. There was like no one there. I was like, wow. But we also have, it's the last 2 days of a big fair that everybody goes to, Freiburg Fair. So we're assuming that's probably why. All right, so let me just kind of tap that out. Now I'm going to switch brushes because I just want a little bit. I'm going to try this micro brush because I don't want a ton of cleanup. I just want the stars. And then I will be backing these in a black. And there's like a little bit of flyaway around. I'm not going to worry about that because I think it's just going to kind of make it look more of like a twinkle. In fact, I might actually put some throughout, and that way it will kind of just show through the blue, because I don't even know what this blue is going to look like. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of get a little bit in there, and we'll leave it like that. And then we're gonna get the blue, and we will get some resin and get this poured. All right, so we're gonna go in with the blue. And I'm going to probably end up putting some of this blue into the black and see what we get for a look with that. So this is a brand new mold. I just got it in. I'm assuming it's going to take, I don't know, 3 ounces maybe. Sorry, you guys can hear my family upstairs walking around. And I'm just making sure that I have all my sides covered. This piece does not get poured, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to start with my sides. because I've tried putting this just in resin, and you get a little bit of a look, but you don't, I don't think you get the full look, like if we do the darker color over it. So, all right. I just have to turn it at an angle so I can see if I've missed any, the way my lighting is in here. Alrighty. So I will get this cleaned up. I will get some resin mixed up, and we will be back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So I put a second layer, and it's still not like completely covered. The gold is a little bit better, so we'll just touch it up after. So I have mixed 8 ounces. I'm hoping that's enough. And everything's going to be colored in black. So I separated them into 2 containers. So we'll get this one poured first. And I'm gonna have to make some more black here pretty soon. All right, so I ran it through the debubbler a little bit because I knew that I was going to be stirring it, and I don't have one of those vacuum thingies, so I just put my clear through it, and because when I tried something in it once, and all it did was foam, and then I couldn't get rid of the bubbles, and I'm like, oh man. So I know I'd love to try the Let's Resin one, because you can actually do the thicker resins with it. All right, so this is just gonna be a basic pour, nothing spectacular. We're just gonna pour, and we're gonna leave it. So and I'm thinking these 2 pieces will take the 4 ounces is what I'm thinking, but I am not sure because I've never poured this one before. And it's probably going to take more than that. I think the bat's going to take 4. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? All right. All right. So I'm going to leave the bat, and just because I don't know how much the other one takes either, so I might as well start pouring the others so that when I make up more, I'll have an idea of what I'm mixing up. So with this, I'm going to add some of the blue into the black. So we're just going to mix. Oh, I'm going to take half of this. And yeah, that's about half. Because I want to put the silver one in this. So I've saved 2 ounces. I'm hoping that's enough. All right, so this one is the blue, and we are going to just put some of this blue into the black. I'll put put my cover on my... Oh, guys. Where has this stuff been all of my life? Wow. All right, I've been using this interference powder all wrong. Look at that. That is stunning. Oh wow, now I have to just pour something with that, because that is absolutely a gorgeous, gorgeous color. And I know it's probably gonna take a little bit more. Look at how beautiful that is. All right, so I'm thinking that maybe is gonna maybe take an ounce. I'm not even thinking that much. All right, so I'm just wiping this to get the blue out, because we're gonna do the silver in this black. All right, let me put the cover on my black. I put this cover over here. And this is just the Let's Resin epoxy resin. So I'm thinking 2, 3, so maybe another 4 or 5 ounces, we'll see. All right, so let's get this silver. It's pretty, but it's, I mean, it's not as pretty as the other one. It almost gives like a crushed crystal look. Yeah, but just put a little bit more. The cover on. But that blue one is, oh my word, beautiful. I mean, it does have some shimmer to it. It's pretty. It's just not as like, wow, as that. All right, so, and I don't think this is gonna take a ton, but I could be wrong. Let me put some blue in this little bit. And then all right, let me move that out of the way, because then if I only had that, I mean, this is so close. All right. I don't think I can literally scrape any more out of this cup. Let's see, maybe this one we can get a little. All right. So I'm going to mix up 2 ounces. I think that's all that's going to need. And I think this one, it's going to be good. And if I have a little bit extra, I'll just top it to dome it. I mean, I'll just have a little bit more trimming to do, but not a big deal. So I will get that mixed up. We'll get this poured, and I will be back for the demold and the assembly. Okie dokie, guys, I'll be back. Alrighty, guys, we are back, and these are completely cured. I did pour my box. It has been well over 12 hours. It's almost 24, plus I put it in the curing machine after an hour and a half. So this, it was one of the extras from when I finished filling these up. So let's get this out, and that is a really pretty color. So this could be a little keychain or whatever. So that is that interference mica powder, and the color is really not showing up on here, but it's pretty. All right, and then I did a black turtle. I guess I got to pull out some other small molds here. Oh, he came out cute. A few tiny little micro bubbles under the neck, but you know, that's the nature of the beast. And I didn't put a lot of time into this one. And then I did one of the birds. This one came out really good. This is just the black. All right, so let's get this box undone. Hopefully it can stay a box this time. Look, it's nice and hard. Oh my gosh. All right. So I missed a little spot here, and there's a bubble there. But other than that, the box came out beautiful. I like this mold because it demolds really easy. All right, let's see. So I redid this. Oh, I got some bubbles in the cover on the bottom, but oh, look, that came out super, super cute. And this time I knew that was like a bud, so I got more of that mica powder in here. Will it fit? Look at that. It's adorable. It's kind of bumped, you know, like arched, which I don't understand why, but must be just the mold. But it's really, really cute. Okay, so we have one success. After all the failures. All right, let's get this little star out and we will see. Now this one was the silver, I believe. So it was a shaker mold, but I didn't do the cover. I did miss a few little spots, or the little bubbles, but all right. So I'm gonna do the bat last, just because I already know the process on that. Oh, look at this. So that is the interference blue. I do have a little trimming to do, but that is really, really pretty. And that's the, and you can see the little silver that I sprinkled in there just to kind of give it a little bit of a something, something. And so I guess I'm going to have to trim that down just a little bit, but that's the stand. And I was hoping, no, this is too big. So that's why I only did the one piece. So I need to find something that's small that I can hang in here. So yeah. All right. Hopefully I didn't over pour this little bugger. All right, let's get a couple of the easy pieces out. And this is just the plain black. I didn't do any glitter or anything on this one. All right. So that does have just a little tiny bit of the sparkle in it. I had poured this and this, and then when I came down, I was like, oh my God, I hadn't poured this piece. So I mixed up plain black. So yeah, and I've been up most of the night. I couldn't sleep. I'm like, really? So I should have come down and did this during the night, but I didn't want to take a chance on waking anybody up. All right, so let's just pop this out. Okay, so this one came out really cute. I actually like it without the, without the glitter in it. All right, this is the fine tip. So I'm just going to touch up inside some of these that it, you know, it didn't want to stay. I'm gonna hold this bat up and see if this bat will, all right, let me just, so there's really only a couple areas that didn't, you know, that silver didn't completely fill in. So I could fill it with some silver, but I don't know. I think that came out really cute. Let me get my, let's see, that's a thick tip. This must be the thin tip on the gold. You know, sometimes we always want to overcomplicate things when we don't need to, so, get some alcohol. Why are we... I didn't get it on there. All right. There are a couple bubbles on that, which is my fault. All right, so let's see. That would hang there, but is it gonna look too big? All right, let me see if I can hold this. I think it would be a little too big. All right, I might have to re-pour this because I don't know if it's going to... I did not dome it, so I don't know why it is not fitting in there. And I really don't need to... There's no trimming. There's no... I actually poured this one really good. There's nothing to trim there. It's almost like the mold was crooked. There we go. I just needed a little something, something. All right, so let's see. But then he would look funny without his little shelf. So let's see if this will fit. All right, let's see. Yeah, so at 3:30 this morning, I was up drinking a coffee. Stayed up till 6, and then went back to bed. I'm like, every now and then I have those days where I can't shut my mind off. I was tired, but I couldn't stop my brain from. All right, so let me. I mean, there's nothing to really trim, but my little thing won't fit in there, so I might as well go around and it is just something is not lining up right. And that's why sometimes I like to take them out when they're still bendy, because you can maneuver them better. All right, let's see if this will at least fit in there. Of course not. Of course not. Why would it? And I even took some out so that it wouldn't be domed. Maybe it just needs a little trim, a little bit of a haircut. And I really don't want to take any off the top. course not. No, we're gonna... Oh. Wow. All right. Well, I might have to re-pour these bad boys. I guess I'm gonna have to do the top too. There we go. So we basically don't need the other piece because it's in there snug enough. So yeah, so here is a close-up of our bat. So I will just end up putting like a hook on the back somewhere. And that way there he'll, and then we have our little stand. I mean, I suppose we could even mount it like this. So it'd be a floating candle. I don't know, what do you guys think? Because I could drill a hole right through that star to put something to hang it, but I think it's too big. I think it's too big in my opinion. I will have to have somebody else like hold it up so I can kind of see. But we did succeed with our box to a point. It's a little bowed, but so on the next video I am going to be pouring this in the mix to mold. So we'll have a comparison to that. So, and this does have a little trimming to do. And just get around there a little bit. So that's the difference in waiting until they're, you know, really hard. Then you can trim them with no problem. There. Alrighty, guys. And then, of course, we have our little trinket dish that I was going to do something to, but since it doesn't work for what I wanted, I'm going to wait, and I can always use this on another, or I will pour a clear and we will turn it into a shaker box. I might as well trim that too while I'm right here. Because usually I don't do that, and then I'll come down and I'll sit here and I'll trim a whole bunch at one time. But if I could start doing them when I demold them, because I would, you know, have more patience. There. Very little trimming. So yeah, we might turn this into a trinket box. It's got a cover here somewhere, which is like really, really thin. So we'll probably be doing that on a later video. Alrighty, guys, I will get a couple of pictures and, yeah, let's see. Is this, yeah, this is the fine. Let's just see. What Mr. Turtle looks like. Yeah, so I've also had a few comments, and if you're gonna ask a question, you know, maybe I already answered it in the video. I don't mind answering it again, don't get me wrong, but and then it makes me think I forgot to do something, and then I go back and I watch it and I'm like, oh, well, I did say that, or I did show that. So that just tells me that, you know, people aren't watching the whole video. They're just skipping to the end, which is fine. But if you want to see the close-ups or the finished product, you gotta watch the video. Oh, I think he kind of looks cute like that. All right, let me get a different marker. Maybe this one will work. So it got cool enough last night. We had to light the wood stove. Sorry guys, I can't do this and talk. I realize that's when I screw up, is when I'm trying to talk and do fine detail work. There. So we just decorated our little, a little turtle. So might as well give him some, we can't do black eyes because he already, and he's got a little spot there. All right. So he's got little silver eyes and a silver outlined shell. I'm going to do the close-up so everybody can see. So this is the rose box. This is the small one from Temu. That is the inside. This is the outside. And this does have a little bubble there. I will probably fill them in with some UV resin. But yeah, that's our little box. So I will be posting this on my website. If you guys go on my website and it says items unavailable, I've had this website for a couple years and I'm still trying to figure it out. Just click category, click like resin pieces or artwork or whatever, and it will bring you, and then, because everything is available on my website. And then this is the close-up of our little bat. So, and he will go up on there as well. He'll be at a little bit discount because there are some bubbles in his little crystal. And if I can't get that piece in, yeah, I will probably fill that in with some black UV and we're going to call it good. So yeah, so those will be on the website within a day or two. I'm not going to do it today just because I'm tired, and when I'm tired I get frustrated easy. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that today. I will get some pictures so I can get this video out for you, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.